What is up, guys? Welcome to the 8th episode of season 2 of the Trackside Girls podcast. Yes, as always, NASCAR first. They are the only series that raced this past weekend, and it was the Xfinity and Cup Series at Richmond. I didn't watch Xfinity qualifying, but I wish I did because Parker Retzloff got his first ever career pole in Xfinity. I love Parker, he's funny. And Kyle Larson got Cup pole. For the Xfinity race, I feel like I almost always jinx my picks because I chose Brandon Jones and yeah, he caught on fire.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the Xfinity cars were just having all engine failures.
Yeah,
That's
it
literally
was
what every single. That's literally what every. What happened to literally everybody was. It was an engine fail.
yeah, it was a rough one for the Xfinity series. Ryan Vargas had an issue and had to retire from the race. I say retire as if I'm talking about Formula One, but he did not continue in that race. And then Blaine Perkins had to go off and was down like 60 something laps. But he got back on track. um, was the Joey Gaze thing? Was that during the race?
Yeah, it was literally under caution that he threw his back part of his car at Dawson Cran.
So Joey Gaze tore off the rear bumper of his car after he got into an accident, walked across the track, and threw it at Dawson Cram's windshield. Like honestly,
Literally
hold
on
on,
the
hold on.
oncoming traffic.
Yes, honestly, one, props to Joey Gaze for the aim. Okay. Two, props to Dawson Cram for coming out with that T-shirt.
Dude, that t-shirt was hilarious. I'm like, I strictly just want to buy it because I think it's funny.
Like so if you guys don't know, after that happened, Dawson Cram created a T-shirt of Joey Gaze throwing the bumper at Dawson's car, and it says, "Sometimes you're the bumper, sometimes you're the windshield."
Uh, Joey Gase made one too. Made a shirt.
I know that they had made those, and they were saying that all the proceeds were gonna go to a specific foundation. Um, so that was one of the reasons they made it. That I saw on Twitter.
Yeah, Joey Gase's shirt. It says it's him like throwing it, and it says "Enjoy your souvenir."
Oh my god, I didn't see that one. That's that's actually so funny. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, Chandler,
Wow.
yeah, Chandler Smith won the Xfinity race, which god dang it, I should have went with Chandler Smith this time. um, but he won the Xfinity race. The Cup race, they had to break out the wet weather package. I think this is the first time that they've ran it on the oval. Obviously, they can do it at road courses, which they've done. But I think this might have been the first time that they broke out.
They did.
No,
They
they
did.
did Wilkesboro.
They did practice ones. They did at Wilkesboro.
No. I mean like officially, like.
Well, yeah, officially. Like
I don't mean for tests or anything. I just mean like an actual race.
Nope. This was the first time then. But they did the test on them.
But yes, so they broke out the wet weather package. After the fact, Daniel Suarez went over to Josh Berry, and spoke with him. I didn't see the video footage, or I didn't listen to it, at least if I did see it. But Josh Berry tried to lift, and because Daniel went into the corner, and Josh couldn't slow enough, and just straight up, just like kind of cleaned him out. But honestly, props to Daniel Suarez for keeping it out of the wall. Like, he literally drifted around the entire turn. Like, that was kind of honestly cool to see, because you don't really see that much in our sport. You just see wrecking, and they normally hit the wall when that happens. But he was essentially drifting around the turn, and because of that, stage 1 ended under caution, where Kyle Larson won the stage, and Martin Truex won stage 2, and the end of the race was kind of chaotic.
I have to say, I literally wasted my Sunday watching this race. It was the most boringest race of my life. Next to Martinsville, where it was literally just Willie Boo who dominated it, this one was so boring. And then the last stage, I thought I was going to get arresting, and then it didn't get interesting. It got even more stupider.
But it went into NASCAR overtime.
For the first time this season.
Because Bubba Wallace sent Kyle Larson spinning. Which actually, they did have words after the race. Bubba, it honestly looked like Bubba was mad, like, at first, because the way that he grabbed Kyle, like, I was kind of scared that, like, something was gonna happen, but it was all smiles. Bubba was apologizing for wrecking him, or spinning him. I don't know if he actually hit, I can't remember if he hit the wall or anything, but they did have some words. They settled that. Do you guys want to talk about the Truex? Like, why he's got like 4 different people mad at him, and he's mad at 3 others, and
well, it really started. He's mad at Denny Hamlin, but he took it out on literally everybody else that was around him because he couldn't get to Denny Hamlin.
Which fair.
That's really what it was. Because he did say he's not mad at anybody else, he's mad at his own teammate. He said that in an interview. So he was just trying to wreck everybody else around him because he couldn't get to his actual teammate.
He sure gave Denny Hamlin a bump at the end of the race there, and it sure wasn't a congratulations bump.
Congratulations. That was a let me just try and wreck you even though so you can't do your burnout. That's really what that was. Yeah, no, he said that he's not mad at anybody else. He's mad at his own teammate because he screwed him.
So I saw this thing. Today, we're filming this on April Fool's, okay?
Yeah.
My dad sent me this thing. I didn't fall for it because, like, as soon as I read it, and I was like, oh, it's April Fool's. There's no way this is legit.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Martin Truex suspended for
Yep.
2 races meme
Yep.
that was posted on April Fool's. I feel like if people didn't realize that it was April Fool's, they probably, if they didn't look very hard the the picture, like they would have. I feel like a lot of people fell for it for sure.
Well, I've seen that one, but I've also seen the one about where they're gonna swap Martin and Noah and put Noah in Martin's car and put Martin and like they're gonna swap them too. Where essentially Noah's going to Joe Gibbs Racing and Truex is going to Stuart Haas. I've seen that
Funny.
one, and I was like,
Mm-mm.
no.
At least make it believable. Come on.
Yeah, it was. They literally used Noah's old picture from when he was in Junior Motorsports. They used his Xfinity picture, and I'm like, something's not adding up here.
You know what? My pick was right. Denny Hamlin won Richmond.
By default, because it was the Toyota one, so Toyota swept Xfinity, Toyota swept Cup, and they weren't gonna. NASCAR wasn't even gonna review Denny's jumping of the restart, which he totally did. But NASCAR's not gonna call him on it.
Okay, so looking back
He
at the
jumped
restart.
He totally jumped the restart.
He jumped the restart.
Okay. Listen. Let me how I look at it, okay? If you're looking at the restart, before he gets to the line, he doesn't give it a significant amount of power to really make a difference until he reaches the line starting in the restart zone. He more so is just rolling, like, he's not lifting. So it looks like he's faster than he's actually going. So that's what makes it look like he jumped the restart.
He was a full car length out ahead of Truex.
Well, like I said, he did not lift. So he did not slow down. So in reality, he may, like, if you look at the telemetry, I haven't seen the telemetry, so this is just going off of like what I've seen from that clip. There's a very big possibility that Denny just didn't lift and Truex didn't keep up with him because he didn't know that Denny wasn't gonna lift or like wasn't gonna brake or anything before this. Like, it looks like Denny just stayed at a steady speed around the turn, and then everybody else fell behind because they didn't realize Denny was gonna continuously hold his speed. Which normally, like, you wouldn't gas it up before you get to that line. Which he didn't significantly show that. So I mean, I could see where a lot of people would be mad because it does look like he technically did jump the start, but I see that as it looks like that because Truex did not stay with him.
I mean, either way, Joe Gibbs' car was gonna win, whether it be Denny or whether it be Truex.
Yeah.
Because God forbid they're not gonna give the Toyota owners thing to a Ford, which would have been Joey.
That actually would have been.
They were gonna give it. They were gonna give it to a Toyota no matter what, whether it be Denny or whether it be Truex.
Harrison Burton finally proposed to Jenna. They've been together since like 2017, I think. So honestly, in my opinion, it's about time, okay? Like, and NASCAR has now put limits on teams of how much the actual like box on pit road. Sammy Smith will be doing 4 truck races in the number 7 Spire truck. Martinsville is one of them. North Wilkesboro, IRP, and Milwaukee. Something cool for Molly, Carson Hocevar used her TikTok in one of his Instagram posts that she made of Richmond last year when he won. Was that his first win?
Texas was his first win.
Oh,
Richmond was his
Third.
third win.
But either way,
Right.
Molly's like basically famous now.
I just want to say, Denny Hamlin's all about the SMT data. Oh, let me see it. Let me see it from that. Let me see it.
He did post it.
He did post it?
Truex's fan posted it, and then he requoted it.
Because I know Denny Hamlin made a little April Fool's joke about it.
Yeah, that's what that was. But somebody got a hold of Truex's onboard camera, and they posted it.
It's right here. Denny Hamlin quoted it and said, "After much consideration, talks with the team, and dissecting the SMT data, it is clear that I jumped to start. Because of that, I've decided to do the right thing and wish you a happy April Fool's Day." Oh, I bet people are mad about that. Oh yeah, no. So many people are mad in these comments. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, after he won, I ran to Twitter to go look at it. To go look at people's comments, and I can tell you they're not happy. I mean, Denny's home track, Richmond, they don't even like him because they were all booing him last night. Nobody likes Denny Hamlin anymore. Not even his hometown. But to be fair, that's what happened last time he won at Richmond. He got booed by his hometown.
There isn't really any news per se that I have seen in IndyCar. April 21st is their next race, so we still got a few more weeks until IndyCar is back in Long Beach. But this weekend is Suzuka for Formula One. You actually I think quite a bit of the drivers are already in Japan. This past weekend, Yuki Tsunoda actually went to the Formula E Tokyo Grand Prix and reunited with his ex-teammate Nick DeVries, who is driving in Formula E. And so the smiles on their faces are just like so pure. Like they are so happy to see each other. I have not seen anything about Williams having the spare chassis done. Okay, so they did say just under a week ago, so like I think last Wednesday, that they will be racing with 2 cars in Suzuka. Williams will have both cars, so they don't have to pull another whatever that was in Australia. Good news for our Logan girlies. He will be back on track in Suzuka. On to the weekend. Martinsville, all 3 NASCAR series are going to be racing. Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. So it's gonna be a packed house. As for trucks, who we calling? Let me see. Let's pull up the roster.
In the spring race, it was Corey due to the weather condition.
True facts.
Oh, so it rained out last
For
year.
the certain-
Tyler Ankrum? Is that who I'm going with?
I feel like I know who I want to go with. Guys, this is a dilemma now.
For the trucks.
I can't add two more people because I have to stay with my two people, but I'm gonna say.
Can we pick our person and then do a long shot?
Okay. Okay, we'll pick our winner and then we'll okay. Yeah, that works. That works. We'll pick one that is likely to win and one that we I guess hope to win. Would that be So that would be the long shot is the hope?
Yeah.
Are we like legitimately doing like long shots people who could like kind of potentially win, or is it like an out of pocket like throw a name out there?
Basically, you know how Bob does it, where he does like his 5 top picks, and then he does like his long shot.
I have not seen that segment of his, so I'm not sure.
Oh, well, he always puts it on Twitter. He always does like his top 5 picks of who he thinks who he thinks could win, and then he does like a long shot that probably literally has like absolutely no chance at winning, and they're just
Okay,
really long shot.
So it's literally out of pocket. So it's literally out of pocket.
Person.
Okay.
And he does top. This is a long shot.
Okay, we'll choose one like legitimate answer, and then we'll do long shot. Okay.
I have my long shot person down for sure.
Do you
no matter of
okay,
picking
me and you think of the same long shot person?
Tanner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not who. I went like way left field for this one.
Where'd you go? Who's your long shot?
Lawless Allen.
Okay.
That's why I said like I didn't know if you meant like out of pocket, like good. So okay, my person who could potentially win, Tyler Ankrum. My long shot, Lawless Allen.
You can go next, cause I'm struggling over here.
Oh.
I genuinely have no idea. Let me see.
I'm gonna go Corey.
Time? Wow! Finally jumping on the train! And you said your long shot's Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I've been saying.
Or just prick the brothers.
Christian, and then long shot's gonna be. What I know. Well, I was gonna say Taylor, but Taylor didn't run Martinsville last year.
So you don't know how he runs.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Remember? Yes, he did. Because we met him at Martinsville last year.
I literally keep forgetting because I met him the one time. That was it. Anyways, I'm not gonna say the brothers this time because I always freaking say Taylor. So I'm gonna change it and I'm gonna go Christian, and then long shot's gonna be Tanner.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Xfinity. I have a okay.
I know who in Xfinity. I know who I want to win Xfinity.
Do you guys remember?
We all know who we want. We all know who we want to win Xfinity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember last episode when I stopped myself for saying my pick that I was gonna do this week?
Yes. Maybe. Question mark.
I don't know. I would say he's my legitimate pick, but he could also potentially like
Rightly?
no. The one I'm talking about. I will say his name in just a minute. But he could also potentially be my long shot pick because
Wait, so it's the same person for your who can actually win the race and your long shot person. Got it. Who is it?
Taylor and Corey are in the Xfinity race again. And Almirola and Maddie D are in the Xfinity race.
So my pick that could basically both be into both categories that we're doing. Blaine Perkins. He was fastest in practice in the like Halloween race at Martinsville.
That's true.
And if he wouldn't have gotten caught collected in that last lap crash, he would have finished in like I want to say top 7, I think, if I remember correctly. So if he really likes Martinsville, he's really good at Martinsville. So that is my pick, and also long shot.
Okay, my pick is Riley. My long shot's gonna be Parker Kligerman.
Okay.
That's gonna be that.
I want Riley to win. I'm always going to want Riley to win. But I'm probably going to go Justin.
True facts.
Okay.
Justin's always really good at... Riley's always really good at Martinsville. But he always gets in an accident or whatever. A long shot? It's going to be Taylor.
I almost...
Okay!
No, because I almost said Taylor, and I was like, no, I'm gonna give Parker some love. I'll say Parker.
Because Taylor was really good at Richmond.
Him and Corey both were really good at Richmond. What are you talking about? They came in literally... Oh, they're good. They're good.
I'm going to go Justin, but Riley's right there. It's right there.
Now, the Cup Series.
I genuinely have no idea because there's so many people I could say for a long shot.
I don't know about my long shot.
Just to think. I mean, obviously, but I don't want to say.
Okay. I think I got mine. My pick, Christopher Bell. My long shot,
Okay.
Josh Berry.
Okay. I'll say my pick is Noah.
That's your pick? Not your... Okay. Never mind. Keep going.
No. Well, I don't know. I'm struggling.
The same route as you going with Noah.
I mean, I was gonna say Noah to win, and then Harrison probably gonna be a long shot.
Okay. You're bringing your bumper.
Something always happens to him.
You're bringing your bumper.
Yeah. My bumper and my fender. My bumper is already out in the garage.
I just remember that.
Ready to be packed away. No, my win will be Noah and my long shot will be Harrison because something always happens to him at Martinsville, so he never does good there. He always ends up crashing out every single time. Every time it's because of either Ty or Carson. Every time. Every time. Molly, who's your picks?
I'm gonna go with Noah. My winner gonna be Noah.
Okay.
And then long shot. It's probably gonna be Ty. He's been doing really good.
I almost said Ty, but I said Ty for every race. So I was like, let me bring him into it because I haven't said him at all.
Put him as my long shot, but Ty is my long shot.
All right, all right. I guarantee you none of our picks will be right, but
I mean,
we did great.
Mine might.
His might be legitimately right. Guess we'll find out.
Find out.
All right. So this weekend, it's gonna be a rough one. At least for me, because I try to watch all of the Formula One sessions at in real time. But they're in the middle of the night. And if I am at Martinsville, I'm gonna be dead the entire time. But they're racing in Japan, in Suzuka. It's hopefully gonna be a good weekend for the McLaren girlies. Because last year at Suzuka, it was a double McLaren podium. So we are hoping for that again. I'm trying to think of a way that we can do like the Formula One picks, because I feel like Max is just gonna run away with most of it. I'm still baffled that he DNF'd out of Australia. But who do you think is gonna be on the podium? I am praying that it is a repeat of last year. I want a double McLaren podium and Max. I wouldn't mind if it's Lando Norris on the top step instead, but I don't know if the McLaren car is there quite yet, because they changed around the order of the schedule, and Japan is a lot earlier in the season than it was last year. So hopefully it's still a good race for our McLaren boys.
It'd be nice to see another McLaren podium, though.
I love.
Hopefully.
Look at this. I love my McLaren boys. Like. I love them so much.
It'd be nice if it was double McLaren podium.
That's
I actually want that.
Yes, that's the hope. So that's actually one on my bingo card. My Formula One bingo card is a double McLaren podium. So maybe I can go ahead and check this one off this weekend.
Maybe, who knows?
All right. Fairly short episode, actually. It's literally just hit 50 minutes. Which it's not gonna even be that long, because I have to go back and cut parts and edit it and stuff. So this might actually be the shortest episode that we've ever had. But yeah, right? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. However you enjoy our podcast. Hopefully we will be back next week with a vlog style episode. If not, you will get another one of these after the girls return home. But hopefully it's the vlog one, because those are a lot more fun. And I think
those ones are chaotic.
Yes. But we shall see. But yeah. Are we ready?
I just got it down, so okay. I'm good to go.
Okay, let's see if we get this right this time. It's peace, love,
peace.
And Race cars. Okay. Goodbye, guys.
I think that was a little messed up, but it's peace.